Hi guys, my name is Caroline and I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, and I've been doing this for about 14 or 15 years now, and I just want to talk to you guys today about how to support your immune system. And in this day and age that we're living through, we really want to find ways that we can support our immune system. And you may ask yourself, why are some people getting sick and some people are not, and some people are passing on and some are not? And a lot of it does come down to your immune system, and also just things that might be underlying conditions that could be causing the problem as well. So it's the state of your immune system, but it could also be the state of your gut. And I don't think a lot of people realize that 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So if you keep your gut happy and healthy, then you can definitely, hopefully, keep your immune system happy and healthy. And in fact, the greatest amount of lymphoid tissue in the body is in the gut. And so it communicates between the innate and adaptive immune system. It actually synchronizes those two things together. So when you ask people about their immune system, a lot of people might think, blood cells, lymph glands, vaccines, when in fact most of the magic does happen in the gut. So the microbiota, the genes in the microbiota genome actually are 150 times larger than the person in which they reside. So that is a pretty fascinating fact to know. And also they help us to digest our food, but they're also really important because they're the microbes in our gut are what stimulate our immune response. So there's an increasing disruption in the microbes because of our modern lifestyle. So diet, overuse of antibiotics, and other issues. So when that happens, the disruption happens, then the communication is starting to break down, and maybe your immune system is just not working quite as well as it should. So that's one of the things that I want to talk a bit about today, and how getting good bacteria into your body is really important. And you can get it through your diet, but the easiest, most guaranteed way to do it is to actually take a probiotic. I do work for Renew Life. I want to let you know that. I've been working for Renew Life for over 14 years, and we've been in the field of probiotics for a long time, so it's very near and dear to my heart. And so I just want to let you guys know that. I'm not going to talk about product today. I just want to talk about how important probiotics are to your good gut health. So understanding that good gut health is really important will help you to appreciate why good gut health leads to good immune health. And so a lot of our immune system is in our gut. So not only is it important to have the good bacteria in there, it's important to understand that there's thousands of different strains of bacteria that live in our gut, over 1,000 strains. So when you're looking for probiotic formula, you want to look for one that has more than one strain in it. So it's going to be able to hit most of the people in the population, and you're going to get most of the good bacteria in your gut. But the other thing is culture count. So culture count refers to the amount of bacteria in each capsule. So you want to, again, look for a potent one with multiple strains, because again, that's going to give you the bigger bang for your buck type of thing, and you're going to get the bacteria into your body that are going to act like soldiers in your system. They're the guys that recognize things when they come in, and they'll fight it, or they'll line your intestinal tract so it doesn't get into your bloodstream, or they'll communicate with your body to mount an immune response. So it's really important. I think of probiotics as the little soldiers that are protecting me, and it's something that I certainly take every day. But there's some other things that you can do to support your immune system. The first one we've heard so much about is washing your hands. There really is no more important thing to stress than do wash your hands. So wash them often, wash them well, wash them properly, and try not to touch your face. It's really, really hard. This is the one I'm finding the most difficult. And I'm realizing how much I touch my face by the amount of times I have to clean my glasses. I'm like, wow, I got fingerprints on there again. So that's one of the things that you want to remember as well. Getting a good night's sleep. That's another really important factor to build your immune system, because adequate sleep also helps your T cells in your body fight off infection. So this is really good, for people, I guess adults, a really good amount of sleep per night is 7 to 8 hours. And it's important to get the right hours in at around 10 o'clock at night. So the longer you wait, the less your body's in that repairing mode. So you want to do it closer to 10 o'clock. Teenagers need about 9 or 10 hours, and school-age kids need even more than that. So it's important to note that 50% of your body's dopamine is produced in your gut, and dopamine plays an important role in sleep physiology. So again, good gut health helps you to produce that dopamine. Another thing when it comes to immunity is lower your stress. I cannot stress this one enough. And unfortunately, we are bombarded with news right now that is stressing us out like you cannot believe. So mind over matter. This is Dr. Andrew Gulasek. He's PhD. He said, mind over matter is not simply a catchphrase. It's a truth based on what we know to be fact. That the brain, given the right set of directions, the right environment, and the proper stimuli, will always choose healing over disease. So a healthy gut can help lower your stress. That's really important to understand. A balanced gut bacteria helps with signaling along the gut-brain axis. So there's a two-way connection between the gut and the brain. And 95% of your body's happiness-inducing serotonin is actually produced in your gut, not in your brain. It's down in the gut. So keeping your gut happy can actually keep you happy. So again, go back to the gut. Always go back to the gut. I remember when I was in nutrition school, if we didn't know what the answer was, chances are it's go back to the gut. So that was pretty interesting. So there's a lot of things that we can do to make ourselves relaxed and happy. First, turn off the news. Maybe only watch it once a day instead of constantly. Meditate, yoga, go for walks, cuddle your pet, knitting, crocheting. I'm not kidding when I say this. I go hug a tree. It actually helps me feel better physically. So there's lots of things. Read a good book, watch a funny movie, tell funny jokes. There's lots and lots of things that you can do out there to help support your stress and reduce your stress. And I guess one of the biggest, easiest ones to do is to take deep breaths. Even right now, it just brings my stress level down, and I will start talking more slowly. Another big one is a healthy diet. And this is very, very important. And our diet, not only does it support our body, but it also can deplete our body. So if we're not eating the right foods, we're kind of counterproductive. If we're eating all the foods that are causing things like inflammation in our body, or causing things that our body maybe can't break down properly, then your body's not really doing what it needs to do to fight pathogens and invaders. It's too busy trying to break down things that it doesn't really know what to do with. So when it comes to immunity though, there are certain vitamins and minerals that are especially good to help to support your immune system. And the first one is vitamin A. So that's found in spinach, carrots, butternut squash, pumpkin, sweet potato, tuna, cod liver oil. Vitamin C, we've heard so much about vitamin C, extremely important for your immune system. That would be things broccoli, kiwi, bell peppers, strawberries, any sort of citrus food, cauliflower. Vitamin D, again, we get a lot of vitamin D from the sun, but you can also get it from fish, eggs, fortified milk or milk substitutes, and mushrooms. Zinc, you can get that from oysters, pumpkin seeds, meats, firm tofu, wild rice. And then, of course, good source of protein. So eggs, lean meats, fish, nuts, seeds, legumes. Those will all support your immune system and support your body to work efficiently. And you want to avoid foods that cause inflammation. Inflammation is a huge underlying factor of disease. Doesn't matter what disease it is. And if you have a disease, then of course that automatically lowers your immune system. So keeping your immune system strong also means dealing with inflammation. So you want to avoid certain inflammatory foods. We know that grains can be inflammatory for a lot of people. The grains with gluten, specifically wheat, rye, spelt, barley, kamut. Foods known to be gluten cross reactors, so dairy, sesame, oat, millet, corn, rice, coffee, yeast. I'm sorry, a lot of people are turning me off at this point. Refined carbohydrates like bread, cereals, rice, pasta, snack foods. Nightshades like tomato, white potato, eggplant, peppers. Trans fats, hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated oils. A lot of that is found in your packaged foods, so read your labels. And sugar. This is another one you really have to read your labels. It's not just white sugar. It's in a lot of things. It's addictive. Our bodies love it. Our brain lights up like it does when you have heroin, when you have sugar. It's the same type of thing. It's very addictive. So sugar will put stress on your immune system even hours after digestion. So again, if you want to build your immune system, you don't want to necessarily, overstimulate your immune system, but you want to support it. So one of the things is to avoid sugar, which we know can paralyze the immune system for hours. I just talked about inflammation, so I want to talk about that a bit more for a second. And inflammation plays a role in keeping your body healthy and fighting off infection. In fact, inflammatory responses increase your body's defenses and promote healing. So it's actually a good thing in some cases. But long-term inflammation, silent inflammation, inflammation that's been there for a long period of time is actually detrimental for your health. So taking an omega-3 fatty acid, an EFA, EPA, DHA, all those things that you hear out there, very, very important because they're kind of like internal ice packs in the body. They help to reduce inflammation. And they're called essential because your body cannot make them on their own. So you need to be getting them from food sources. So that's raw nuts and seeds or cold water fish. So in addition to supporting heart and brain health, numerous studies show that omega-3 fatty acids may help lower inflammation throughout your body, including your gut, which left unchecked can lead to a number of chronic diseases. So again, chronic diseases are underlying a lot of the problems that people are having in not being able to deal with an illness is because they've got a chronic disease already. And of course, last but not least, get moving. Exercise. And I'm talking moderate exercise here because moderate exercise helps to enhance your immune system. But on the flip side, exercising too much can actually, or too hard, can actually suppress your immune system. So you want to be, walking is a very good thing. Unfortunately, we don't have access to pools pretty much at this point, but going for a bike ride, these are all things that are really good for you, or doing something in front of your TV in case you're in the house. You can do some sort of modification of an exercise that you might be watching on a video. So the human body wants to be healthy. Support it with healthy food, quality supplements, exercise, stress-busting activities, rest, TLC, and it will keep you safe and sound. If you have any questions, you can email me at gorgeusemotion, that's GORGEOUSEMOTION @gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.